Boy, this thing be funny with me. Man, well, ain't no sense in me saying that because I always got something fly to say. Today I just want to talk about attract, attracting women. If you want to attract women, you got to know what women like. And you also got to know what they don't like. This shit seems like, excuse me, like it should be simple. And it really should be simple because let's just get with it. Let's say what one thing that women don't like. Women don't like to see you at a club and you just chasing every woman, chasing her, just every woman. Now it's okay. Don't get me wrong. If that's how you work, that's fine. Because you're gonna catch a bra like that too. But the average woman, they don't like to see that. Not that they don't want to know that you are indeed dealing with other women. They just don't like to see it because if you talk to them, they're gonna think they look bad letting you catch them because everybody see you trying to catch everybody. So that's why you're not really supposed to me, because I don't do it. I don't fuck with women every time I go out. Sometimes I just go out. And what I'm going to tell you about is how to just go out and end up catching. This is real. Whenever you're going to go put some work in, wherever it's at, you should go there on a happening night, on a night that you know is happening. And you go there, and all you're going to do is chill. That's all you want to do. Sit there and chill. It's not a big deal. All you want to do is sit for an hour and sip on a Coke, some orange juice, or whatever. Because what you're doing is you're advertising. And you want as many other goddamn women there to see. And of course, you're going to speak to them as many as possible. You're not getting at none of them. Understand this. You have to go do this 2-3 times before you even start speaking. I mean, you're going to say hello, but I'm telling you, before you get at one. See, actually, you shouldn't even get at one. It's better to let them get at you. But of course, you don't believe that'll happen, so you don't sit around and wait for it like I do. I wait for it. It's better to let a motherfucker come up to you and say something to you when you're in a new set. Now, I'm telling you, you might need to go there several times before this shit actually work. But once you've been there, let's say 3, 4, 5 times, and you see some of the ladies that's been coming there regularly, they're coming in and they kind of speak to you. You speak to them and shit. The bartender know what you drink, okay, that kind of shit. It's not going to be long before one of them women speak to you. But as, I didn't say it, women are out looking just like you out looking. But they do it different. So we got to be up on what they doing. This is why I'm making this for you, man. It's going to happen. Somebody is going to come up to you. And the way you make it, the way you promote this to happen is to sit at the bar and just be facing the crowd. You're actually sitting with your back to the bar, looking out on the crowd. And you scan in the crowd, and of course you see several little cuties on the dance floor or sitting with their girlfriends or whatever they doing. Now what you want to do, you just sitting here. You want to see if you can get any one of them, you don't care. You ain't in a giant club, but you're in a club. And you don't care. You just want to see if you can get any one of these motherfuckers to smile at you. And you're going to do that by getting her attention with your eye contact. You know, you're going to be looking at, well, hey, girl, you know, some shit like that. Now, see, you got to understand this, and you got to believe this. Women are scanning that club just like you scanned it and looked for you know, this broad or that broad. Woo, woo. Women are doing that. Little man, look at that dude over there. Oh shit, he by himself too. Man, they doing it. Believe it. So when you do see one and you make eye contact, you smile and wait a minute. You smile. Now look, you got to do it like this. You know, you done made eye contact. You smile at the bitch and you got to raise your eyebrow. Do that. Now you don't have to drink, but I'm saying do that. Now, so you didn't spot one that's noticed you, notice her. So of course you're gonna notice her. Like I say, you raise that glass up and you raise that eyebrow and you smile. But turn around, you don't wait for her to smile back. You don't even, you quickly spin around and you nurse your drink. Now, you may have to repeat this once or twice or a few times with different women before you get one of the women you've been fucking with to come, you know, come over. But you just sit and sip. And you do this until one come up. They're not gonna come over to you and say, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" They might, but they're not. They're gonna come over in your vicinity, somewhere near you, not standing next to you, but near you, and they want you to speak to them. Now, what I'm gonna tell you about right now, I know you motherfuckers ain't gonna do, but fuck it. This is I'm gonna put this up. You're gonna get to see this because we learned this shit at SWU. I'm finna show you how to do what I'm talking about doing. See, so what you do is you just sit and sip your drink after you done eyed 3, 4, 5 bras and you done did this to them, whatever. You know, you turn around and you just, you know, drink your drink until you hear. So, what are you up to? I didn't heard that voice coming from behind me. Now I gotta be cool. Hey, you gotta be cool too, because it's all about the plan. You know this is planned, right? Shit. I done already told you how to play, so everything I'm talking about is planned. Now, when you respond, you gotta be ultra reserved and ultra cool. And you can be this way because you know what you're doing. You got a plan. This ain't, you know, some of it's gonna be on the fly. You don't know what this bitch gonna say, so you know you're gonna have to ad lib. But overall, you have a plan. So you just just go with your plan. She says, "So what are you up to?" Now I haven't turned around. Well, I'm trying to be cool. What about you? You gotta do it like that because when you asked her this, you're going to look directly into her eyes. What about you? And you don't want to look at her face, you know, and then you start looking. No, man, look right in her eyes. What about you? See, some women, when you know, get at them like like I'm finna do, they're a little aggressive. And you know, they may say some shit provocative to see where you at. See where you gonna take it. So don't be motherfucking shocked if the bitch say something slick. But don't bite on what she say yet either. You got to stay reserved and see what she say. Now, if she don't say anything for a minute or so, then you got to repeat, well, what about you? And she gonna say something like, well, I could be done a little better if it was a little more excitement in here, but other than that, I'm okay. She gonna say some shit like that. I don't know exactly what the bitch gonna say, but something like that. You have to remember, it don't matter what she say. I keep telling you that. It really doesn't matter what she says. Although you do have to pay attention to what she say, because what matters is what you say based on what she said. Because you're going to pull something out of what she said to talk about. So, bitch say something like that, but other than that, the night's okay. And since I know it don't matter what the fuck the bitch said, she just told me where she was coming from. Anything she would have said since we at a club, and I asked her what's up, or she asked me what's up, and I said, ain't too much, what's up with you? She's going to reply about the night, period. So she said she ain't excited, but other than that, the night's okay. So what I'm going to do from here, bro, is use what she said in my conversation. So let's say she's a young, interested, Jewish-looking fucking bitch. As long as I got her attention. Otherwise, as long as you have her attention, you can start the conversation that I'm finna give you. It's very confident, and people mistake it for arrogance, but it's not. And I'll let you see the difference. So, since she took too long to reply, I say, well, what about you? And I had to ask her again. That's taking too long. But that means that she was waiting for me to continue talking, which means she wants me to take control of the conversation. Women give you signs. The words out their mouth isn't the real language or conversation they're having. The sign language, you got to read it. So, now, I could see she want me to, I'm getting excited, let me have a drink. I could see she want me to take control of the conversation, so I'm getting excited. So she said, I'm doing okay with everything she said. So I'm going to look at her right in the eyes and I'm going to say, no, you ain't hardly doing okay. You're doing much better than that. And she's just going to look at me. And I'm going to be straight in her eyes as I speak to her. Because this is engaging her. This is making her, because, people are people. And you got to know people if you want to talk. You're engaging her. Plus, what you're saying is really going to top off what we're doing with our eyes. Now, if she don't respond immediately, you got to turn towards your goddamn drink and say, you know what, sound like I'm wasting my time or something. Anything to indicate that you leaving or you getting ready to go. And she will respond. And you got to keep in mind, the reason she came over here is that she want to see what you about. So don't be sitting there acting like you figuring this, well, what's up with her? She want to know what's up with your motherfucking ass, and she going to tell that by the way you talk. So you got to look at her. And you got to tell her. I'm telling you, no, girl, you doing way better than that. And you wait a minute, you got to do it like this. No, girl, you doing way better than that. You got to put that expression in there. And then you got to turn and take a sip of your drink. And you got to act as if you about to leave. And I guarantee this shit right here is going to happen. She going to say, what do you mean? All right, thanks. She gonna say, what do you mean? And then you gotta say, wait. You say whatever about leaving. She thinks you're gonna leave. She gonna say, what do you mean? Or she might even grab your arm to stop you from leaving, which I like that one better. Because if she grabbed you, that's my preference. You gotta look at what the fuck? You know, you gotta look at her as if you insulted. And then if she releases it, like they all do, you have big action. You have big action. You've just spoken sign language to this woman. She's understanding your expressions and you haven't even kicked it with her. Listen to me. Follow this shit and you'll catch. So, what I'm saying is she gonna release it and you're doing several things here besides establishing shit. You're following an agenda, which as you do it, you're showing her you know what to do with a conversation. You know how to have a conversation. And one of the goddamn things women really pay attention to is whether or not you're in control of your conversation. I mean, that says a lot to a woman. You got to understand. You've already got her understanding that you speak in various ways, and one of the ways is eye language. So you say, well, if you're blind, I might give you a pass. But I've been told blind people can smell beauty. Now, after I tell her that, I'm gonna look at her, I'm gonna still be looking at her. And I'm gonna tell her, are you blind? I'm gonna break a little smile. And she gonna smile too. I'm gonna say something, but you ain't blind, are you? And you got to understand, remember, handle the whole situation, not just the words out your mouth. So make the environment light. Say something with a little humor in it. Enlighten the mood. You gotta interject a little humor when you lead the conversation. Because if you don't, it'll get serious at a time you don't want it to be serious. You gotta be able to control it. So interject a little humor in there and see if she's gonna laugh. You ain't gotta be no comedian. And when I'm saying, excuse me, and when you say, but you aren't blind, are you? You gotta smile broadly. You know, you ain't blind, are you? You know, she gonna get that you talking shit. She gonna get it. But it's gonna be okay talking shit. Because it don't really sound like you hitting on her. Now, what I'm saying, get used to not rushing. You ain't gotta rush to the point. Even when you know exactly where you going, take your fucking time to get there. Because that's very charming to a bitch. Oh my God. So she's gonna say, no, I'm not blind. Now you know she ain't blind. But you gonna say, because if you aren't blind, I was thinking you must be crazy or something to be around me, talking about you doing okay. Now, you gotta understand, she don't know what you're talking about, but you do. So you lead her slowly. You must be crazy saying you only doing okay in my presence. Now, as you looking at her, you say, you must be crazy to be saying you're doing okay around me. I've already told you that I'm royalty. Ching. And you toast. And if she toasts, oh man, she's fuck. I mean, if you hit her glass, that's whatever. But if you hold your glass up and she come there with the toast, oh my goodness, you got big action. She's following everything. So when you say something like this, you actually going in for complete control of the conversation. And once she starts to question you, ask you about what type of royalty you are and, all that shit, that's when you could run your conversation down without any interference from that point on. You have total control of the situation, but you got to still be cool. And you got to slowly lead her with your demeanor. See, she's more than likely going to respond with curiosity. And when she does, you just run her over with this conversation you got. And you have to understand your conversation is bomb. I haven't even heard it yet. And I know it's bomb because all you got to do is say the word slowly and plainly as if you meant it. I'm telling you. So you say, well, why'd you say that? You know, wait, she's asking me why. Why did why you say you royalty or whatever? And I just tell her, baby, look, I'm a king. I'm from a lineage of many generations of kings, and what I'm saying is I won't allow people who can only be around me. I mean, excuse me, who can only feel okay. I'm not going to allow them to be around me. And what I'm saying, it upsets me. Matter of fact, either you can start to do much better or mind your own business and leave me alone. When you say some shit like this, you gotta be looking at her. At this point, you ain't gotta be looking in her eyes, but it's cool to look in her eyes because she's gonna be looking away from you. But if you can get the look in her eyes, make sure you put that sexy look on it. And before she can say anything, you just take it somewhere. Oh, girl, I know you think I'm arrogant, don't you? And she's just looking at you now, and you say, you ain't gotta be afraid, baby. The women that groom me always said before they leave, Rosebud, you so fine. As a matter of fact, baby, they told me, excuse me, as a matter, I get the hiccups when I get to talking shit. I don't know why. Oh fuck, hold on. I don't know why it happens. I say, they told me, as a matter of fact, some lady gonna get lucky tonight. And I look at that bitch. Is that you? At this point, you blowing her mind. You are blowing her mind with your controlled conceit because she don't know what to say. And she can only listen. This is why you take your time. She's never heard anything like what the fuck you talking. She's heard all kind of motherfuckers brag and all that bullshit, but you ain't bragging. You just talking shit about what's going on. As long as you play your hand correctly, she's gonna be mesmerized by you. She's gonna be mesmerized by you, and she's gonna say something like, "When I say, will it be you?" She gonna say something like, God, I guess so. Shit. What you gotta do is realize you fascinated her with your confidence. And once she sees you're not arrogant at all, she'll be eyeing your every move because you are the kind of motherfucker she been looking for. And before she commit, she's just gonna sit back and watch and make sure she ain't making no mistake because she seriously believes you too good to be true. I've been told that many fucking times. You too good to be true. This is not no. I don't believe you lying. They caught. Well, all right. This is what you think. Fuck it. I ain't trying to goddamn show you shit. I ain't proving nothing. I'm not gonna prove anything to you. So you gotta show her your conceit is warranted. So if there's anywhere you can see yourself, it would be cool. And you would look in that mirror or whatever, whatever it is that reflects your image. And while you're talking, to you start fixing your beard or whatever, and you smile, and then she notices you wink at her, yeah, girl, and then she gonna blush. You're doing all of this so you can see where you're at with her without talking to her about that shit. She don't want to hear how you want to fuck her. She ain't trying to hear that shit. She trying to hear what the fuck you saying so that what you saying can make her want to fuck you. Period. Confidence is oozing off you now as far as what she can see. And she is very interested in your goddamn conversation because she ain't never heard one like this before. She's always heard, hey, baby, what's all that bullshit? All of this is telling you, man, she likes you. If she here and she just want to hear what you saying, you ain't got to get slick. You can be you. You ain't got to be no slick motherfucker. You can be your square ass and have some fly bitches. Now, that's another thing about being prepared. It'll allow you to project an image that's fucking assured. People will look at you and think you're an arrogant bastard, but you're not. You're just an extremely confident motherfucker. And since people can't understand confidence the way you display it, they're going to say he's just doing it because he can, you arrogant fucking bastard. Nah, that ain't what we doing. See, the shit we do, the shit we have, it attracts any fucking woman that gets close enough to talk to you. If she get close enough to do that, even if it's across the room, shit. The only woman that's not gonna be available to a motherfucker like us is one you can't talk to. Lesbians included. Having a goddamn arsenal can knock off any brawl. I mean, it makes you a mighty man. And that's what a lot of women are scared of. I'm telling you. Once they see this in you, a lot of them gonna be scared. They're gonna be afraid of you. So you gotta play on them with this knowledge. And you gotta make her say she likes you when you're talking to her. Because when they see this, and they see how you taking control of this conversation, but they're still attracted to you, the way you finally break her down, not in a bad way break her down, but I'm talking make her come off this defensive bullshit, is you gotta make her say she like you. And you know how you do that? You gotta look at Damien and say, damn girl, you really don't like me, do you? And then she gonna say, cause when you say that, you gotta act like you're getting your keys. Girl, you really don't like. She's gonna confirm that she like you, and she gonna think that something she was doing was making you think that she didn't like you. So now she's gonna pay way more attention than she was paying. I'm telling you, now you can go to the sexual attraction part of the conversation. So what I'm saying is, since she said, well, yeah, I really do like you. Well, girl, if you do like me, stand a little closer to me and take a whiff of my neck. See if the masculinity that oozing out me attracts you. And if it does, let me know. You say some shit like that. When she say, you're attracting me. Well, look, baby, I've been told that my scent is an aphrodisiac, and goddamn it, to some women, it may possess the things and make you do things to me that you only say for the bedroom. I'm talking shit, man. Now, if you do this right, I'm telling you, you blowing her mind. You are blowing her mind. She's never heard this confidence in any conversation she ever had. This is called a killer Mac. and what I'm saying is you tell the bitch, I told you I'm royalty. And I don't have any equals. If there were any, I'd know of them and would destroy it. Does that kind of stuff scare you? What you doing is changing the subject so that you can make sure you're leading her, because whatever the fuck was blowing her mind, it wasn't about, destroying some motherfucker. So now she's thinking about that. And you gotta be cool, calm, and collected, because you've been fishing this whole time. And now you're beginning to reel baby in. Even if she don't say anything, you should be able to see she's mesmerized by you. She's mesmerized by what you're telling her. So you got to continue to talk. And when you say this, you got to take your eyes off her. And you got to focus, something on you while you say, you gotta, maybe look at your tattoo. Girl, I have women dress me in the morning and undress me at night. I have the uncanny ability to take you where only your dreams will allow you to go. I guess I'm what you would call a true blue motherfucker. Can you get with that? And baby, if you can't, I'll understand, because most women I've made, they can't deal with it. Now you didn't challenge this bitch and she's intrigued. You think she backing down? Shit. Man, let me tell you something. You didn't ask her if she could deal with it. And she's going to be flustered, but she going to say something like, I don't know what to say to you. You're so... And then you cut her off. I'm so much. Much is the word you're looking for. So simple, yet so devastatingly accurate. Isn't that right, baby? And you don't be excited. You be cool like me, because I be cool. Just like this. When I know I got my finger in that bitch nose and I can do this and do that, I'm a jerk all over the place. I can't help it. I can't motherfucking help it. Then when I get ready, I'm going to pull on my motherfucking house, bust her pussy out. That's just what I'm saying. You can't be too excited using this motherfucking conversation, because you got to remain smooth all the way to the end, which is still a way off. Now, I ain't going to just explain every single thing. There's so much more to this particular scenario that I'm telling you about. But this is enough for you right now. I got so many videos. Hey, I got videos you got to pay for too. But these free ones are okay. Shit. Go to my site. See what I got. I got shit. I got deals for you, man. I'm a motherfucker that be coming up with shit. I do that because I just have time to sit and think. That's what I do. Fuck. That's my life. I chose it. That's what I want to do. I want it to always be a thinker. I'm out.